Good morning, my friends. Have you ever felt afraid to say even a simple sentence in English? Like you want to speak, but suddenly the words disappear. I know that feeling. I've been there. But today, let's change that together. Today, we're going to practice real English, not textbook English, not boring grammar rules, but real sentences that you can use every single day, starting with something as simple as breakfast. I open the window, the light of the morning comes in, and I put some bread in the toaster. I smile because even this simple moment is a chance to practice. I say slowly, I make breakfast. Repeat with me. I make breakfast. Again, I make breakfast. And now, let's change it a little. I am making breakfast. Yes, it feels different. Let's try one more time. I am making breakfast. Sometimes I mix them up. Sometimes I say I make when I should say I am making, but that's okay. Mistakes are part of the journey, and I don't want you to feel afraid of them. I cut an apple and hold it up. This is an apple. Say it with me. This is an apple. Now, let's change it. This is my apple. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of story and want to support the channel, just hype this video. It helps YouTube show it to more people and keeps this project growing. .o. And there's also the super thanks button. It's like a little way of saying thank you, sending a suggestion, or even asking for a topic. But, of course, only do it if you really feel this work deserves it. For me, it's already such an honor to have you here watching. Honestly, if you just leave a like and a comment, that already helps me so much. Again, this is my apple. I take a sip of coffee. I drink coffee. Repeat. I drink coffee. Now let's try another version. I am drinking coffee. Perfect. These are simple phrases, but this is the real English that people use every day. I sit at the table with my toast and I think about something important. Many people feel shy because they believe English is only about big words or complicated sentences. But fluency is not about big words. Fluency is about small words, the kind you use daily. When you can say, without fear, I am drinking coffee, you are already building confidence. Don't make this mistake, waiting for the perfect moment to speak. The perfect moment will never come. The perfect moment is now in your daily routine, breakfast, bus, supermarket. Every moment is practice. I smile at the thought. My breakfast is finished, and I put my dishes in the sink. I grab my backpack and look at the door. Breakfast is done, but life is waiting outside. What happens when you need to ask for food? When you want to order something in English? That's the next step of our day. And trust me, you're going to love the sentences we'll unlock at the bakery. I take my keys, ready to go out. Before leaving, I look at you again. Remember this, English is not about studying for hours locked in a room. English is about living your life one sentence at a time. Every moment can be practice. So, let's go together from breakfast to the bakery. I step outside. The air is fresh and the streets are already busy. I walk toward the bakery and I can feel a little excitement in my chest. Ordering food in another language can feel scary, right? You're hungry, you want something simple, but suddenly your brain freezes. Have you ever felt like that? I used to feel so nervous just to ask for a coffee, but today we're going to practice together and you'll see how easy it can be. I push the bakery door open. The smell of fresh bread fills the air, and I smile. This is real life English, not something from a textbook. The cashier greets me. Good morning. How can I help you? I take a breath and answer. Good morning. Can I have a coffee, please? Simple, polite, and it works every time. Let's repeat it together. Can I have a coffee, please? Again, can I have a coffee, please? I point to the bread on the counter. Can I have 2 pieces of bread? Repeat with me. Can I have 2 pieces of bread? Notice how I don't need complicated grammar. Just this phrase unlocks so many possibilities. The cashier asks, anything else? I smile and say, how much is it? Let's practice. How much is it? Say it again. How much is it? This is one of the most powerful phrases you'll ever need when traveling or shopping. I laugh softly, remembering when I once panicked because I didn't know how to ask the price. I just pointed and hoped the cashier would understand me. That's okay. It happens. But with just these words, you don't need to feel that fear anymore. You can speak with confidence. I wait for my order, and while I do, I talk to you. Many people think that speaking English outside, in front of strangers, is too difficult. They imagine they'll make mistakes. People will laugh, or they'll feel embarrassed. But let me tell you, natives are used to hearing accents, mistakes, and different ways of speaking. What matters is that you try, and every time you try, you break a little piece of that fear. The cashier comes back with my bag of bread and a hot coffee. Here you go, she says. I smiled. Thank you very much. Repeat with me. Thank you very much. And she replies, you're welcome. Let's practice that too. You're welcome. I leave the bakery, holding my coffee carefully, and I feel a little victory inside. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about real-life connection. I stop for a second and look at you. Do you see? Just with 3 or 4 simple phrases, you can survive in a bakery, a cafe, or almost any shop in the world. And every time you say it, your confidence grows. Walking down the street, I take a sip of coffee and think, learning English is like this coffee. The first sip might feel too hot, a little uncomfortable, but the more you try, the more you enjoy it. It becomes part of your routine, something you don't even think about anymore. That's the transformation from shy to confident, from fear to fluency. I cross the street, the sound of cars passing by, and I check my phone. Next stop, the bus. Ordering food was one thing, but what happens when you need to ask for directions, when you're on public transportation and not sure where to go? That's the next real challenge. And don't worry, I'll be right there with you. So, let's finish this coffee together and head to the bus stop. Real English, real life, one step at a time. I walk toward the bus stop, holding my coffee in one hand and my small bag in the other. The city is alive, people rushing, cars passing, and I can feel that little nervousness again. Public transportation in another language can be tricky. Have you ever worried about missing your stop because you didn't know how to ask Or maybe you wanted to ask for directions, but the words just got stuck in your throat. I know this fear very well, but let's face it together. The bus arrives, the doors open, and I step inside. I look around, searching for a seat. A friendly woman sits near the window, and I decide this is the moment to practice. I smile politely and ask, "Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center?" Let's repeat it together. Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center? Again, excuse me, does this bus go to the city center? The woman nods, smiles back, and says, "Yes, it does." I feel a wave of relief. That was simple, right? Just one phrase, and I got the information I needed. The secret is not about knowing hundreds of words. It's about unlocking the right ones. I sit down, and while the bus starts moving, I think of another common situation. Imagine you don't know where to get off. You can turn to someone and ask, "Where is the next stop?" Repeat with me. Where is the next stop? Again, where is the next stop? It's short, direct, and very useful. A man gets on the bus, and he seems to know the route well. I ask him, "Can you tell me when we get to the station?" Repeat this slowly. Can you tell me when we get to the station? Again. Can you tell me when we get to the station? He nods and says, "Sure, I'll let you know." And just like that, I feel safe. I look outside the city, passing by buildings, shops, people crossing the streets. I smile and take a deep breath. This is fluency, not perfect grammar, not long speeches, but these small interactions that make life easier. Don't make this mistake. Thinking fluency means speaking like a native right away. Fluency is being able to live, travel, connect, and feel safe with simple English. The bus slows down, and the driver announces, "Next stop, Main Street." I repeat softly, "Next stop, Main Street." Saying it out loud helps me remember. Repetition is the key. If you practice in your head, it disappears. If you speak it out loud, it sticks. The man turns to me and says, "Your stop is coming next." I smile and answer, "Thank you for your help." Repeat with me, "Thank you for your help." Again, "Thank you for your help." He replies kindly, "No problem." And I realize how natural it all feels. I stand up, grab my bag, and get ready to leave the bus. Before stepping out, I turn back to the camera and say, "See how simple it is?" Just 3 or 4 phrases can make public transport in English so much easier. And every time you ask, every time you speak, your confidence grows stronger. I step onto the sidewalk, the sun a little higher now. The street smells of food, people carrying bags, children laughing. I take a deep breath. Next challenge, the supermarket, buying food, asking for ingredients, talking to the cashier. This is where English gets really real because you have to deal with choices, questions, and little conversations. I smile, holding my shopping list from the bus to the bakery to the supermarket. Every place is a classroom. Every moment is practice. And we're going to practice it together. Let's go shopping. The supermarket doors slide open and I step inside. The cool air hits me, and the smell of fresh fruit comes from the produce section. I grab a basket and look at my list. Shopping in another language can feel overwhelming. So many labels, so many choices, and then the fear What if I can't ask for what I need? What if I don't understand the answer? Have you ever felt that? I have. And today I'll show you how even this place can become your English classroom. I walk to the fruits and pick up some bananas. I look at you and say, I would like some bananas. Repeat with me. I would like some bananas. Again, I would like some bananas. Simple, polite, and it works anywhere. Next, I see that I need rice, but I can't find it. I spot an employee arranging items on the shelf. I take a small breath, smile, and ask, Excuse me, where can I find rice? Let's practice it together. Excuse me, where can I find rice? Again, excuse me, where can I find rice? The employee points me to the next aisle, and I say, Thank you. These two little words, thank you, carry so much power. I continue walking, picking up pasta, vegetables, and some cheese. Then I realize something. Many times, we don't just need to find products, but we need to ask if they're available. So here's another phrase. Do you have? Let's try it with me. Do you have milk? Again, do you have milk? You can change the word for anything. Do you have chicken? Do you have bread? Do you have sugar? This one phrase can unlock 100 possibilities. I find myself smiling because I remember when I first went shopping abroad, I wanted eggs, but I couldn't find them. I was too shy to ask. I left the supermarket with no eggs that day. Silly, right? But this is real. Fear makes us silent, and silence means no progress. That's why every little question matters. Now, my basket is full, and I walk toward the cashier. This is another moment when many learners feel nervous. Talking to cashiers can feel fast, and sometimes they speak quickly. But don't worry, most conversations here are predictable. The cashier smiles. Hello, how are you? I reply, I'm fine, thank you. Repeat with me, I'm fine, thank you. The cashier scans my items and says, Do you need a bag? I answer, Yes, please. Let's try it together. Yes, please. Or if I don't need one, I say, No, thank you. Simple, natural, polite. She tells me the price. That will be $15. I smile and hand her the money. If I want to double check, I can ask, How much is it again? Repeat with me. How much is it again? This little phrase buys you time and helps you understand. I pay, she gives me change, and I say, Have a nice day. She smiles back. You too. These small exchanges create connection, and connection is the heart of language. I leave the supermarket carrying my bag of groceries, and I feel proud. It's not just about food, it's about progress. Every phrase, every sentence is a brick in the house of your fluency. Don't make this mistake, waiting until you feel ready to speak. You'll never feel ready. You have to start small with real-life examples, like shopping. That's where confidence is born. I walk down the street, the sun shining, the bag heavy in my hand, and I think about how amazing it is. In one day, we practiced breakfast, a bakery, a bus ride, and now the supermarket. Each step is practice, each place a classroom. But there's one last part of the day, going home, cooking, and closing the night. And here's where the most important lesson comes not about phrases, but about confidence, reflection, and motivation. Because learning English is not just about words. It's about feeling safe, proud, and excited to speak. And that's how we'll finish this journey today. Let's go home together and end the day with confidence. I arrive home carrying the groceries and place the bags on the kitchen counter. The day feels long, but also full of small victories. As I put the vegetables away, I think about everything we practiced together. Breakfast, bakery, bus, supermarket. Each moment was not just about food or transport. It was about confidence. Step by step, sentence by sentence, I felt stronger. And you can too. I start preparing dinner, cutting onions and stirring a pan. Cooking always makes me reflect. I whisper to myself, I am cooking dinner. Repeat with me, I am cooking dinner. Again, I am cooking dinner. See, even now, in this quiet moment at home, practice is possible. Real English, daily English, simple sentences that build fluency. I remember how in the morning I make breakfast and I am making breakfast. Later, I ordered coffee. Can I have a coffee, please? Then I asked on the bus, does this bus go to the city center? At the supermarket, I said, do you have milk? Each phrase was small, but each one made me feel more confident. And this is the secret. Fluency is not magic. It's practice, daily practice. I sit at the table, dinner ready, and take a deep breath. Many people give up because they feel stuck. They say, I study, but I don't improve. But progress is not always loud. It's quiet, like this dinner. Every meal you cook adds to your strength. Every sentence you practice adds to your fluency. Don't compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with yesterday. Did you say one more phrase today? Then you're growing. I look at you as if we are sharing this meal together. I want you to know this. You are not alone. Every learner feels fear, makes mistakes, forgets words. Even I forget sometimes. That's okay. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. And every time you try, you move from fear to fluency, from shy to confident, from silence to connection. I finish eating and I think of a seed. Learning a language is like planting a seed. You water it every day. You don't see it grow at first, but one day, suddenly, it blooms. That's how your English will be. Don't stop watering it. Before closing the day, I want you to practice one last sentence with me. I can speak English with confidence. Repeat it slowly. I can speak English with confidence. One more time, louder. I can speak English with confidence. Hold on to this feeling because it's true. I turn off the lights, put the dishes away, and head to my room. As I close the door, I smile. Today was full of practice, full of real English, and tomorrow will bring new chances, new words, new victories. So, my friends, thank you for spending the day with me. If this video makes sense for you, please give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. because every little bit of support helps me create more stories like this. And now, let me ask you, what is one sentence in English you want to say without fear? Write it in the comments, and let's grow together. Good night. Speak without fear. Practice every day. And remember, fluency is not the destination. It's the journey.